A lot of the flavor carries being banned by both sides. We're gonna see a first pick or a fourth pick rather Gladiator, which it's looking like we're gonna see a Gladiator mid now that they did go with a Dark Lady as the last pick. So they do end up picking up a hard carry for Dutch ownage. We have not seen a Dark Lady in quite some time, and I love Dark Lady. She's a great hero. I'm excited to see a hard carry picked up here, as we haven't really been seeing a whole lot of hard carries um, in the meta recently. We do see a fourth pick Rally, so they pick up another Initiator to go with the Moira and the Kinesis. And they got 20 seconds here to figure out what carry they want to go with to back up this Gunblade semi-carry that they will most likely run in the mid lane, but they still could run it in the short lane as well. This will probably be either a Ha 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 hero or an Imba Boy hero. They go with Berserker. So that's an interesting pick. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out because the Berserker, he's pretty solid against heroes like the Dark Lady and the Magnus for locking them down with the Chain Spike. They cannot use their dash abilities. And he's also very good against the crowd control coming out from the supporting cast. I think he may want to go for a Shrunken Head this game. We'll see if he chooses to value the magic immunity, or more so the magic damage blocking, not so much the stuns. But they do swap it over to Imba Boy, so he's going to play the carry. And they put Ha 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 the rally. This is gonna be a. Oh, I think it's gonna be a second support Kinesis. And they'll run the Moira. It's the main support. We're gonna see what looks like to be an NG Magnus duo offlane. Position 3 Magnus. They are going to be running that mid Gladiator and a Luna and Dark Lady in the short lane. So I think we're gonna see. It looks like everyone's going to their lanes. Traditional 2-1-2 lane setup for both sides. And once we get out of this pause here, we will be underway. But so Hellborn is running a duo core, and Legion is running a single core. Well, they could actually still choose to run a duo core if they build Gladiator as a semi-carry. However, I feel like we're gonna see more of the team fight items coming out from Gladiator. Um, Stuff like the Astrolabe and maybe even the Barrier Idol, for instance. But they do have the option of running the Gladiator as more of a semi-carry. However, I think with the Dark Lady in the team, I think they won't do that. I think they will be just looking to run him as a tanky initiator frontline hero with team fight items, and then they will look to take lots and lots of team fights once Magnus gets his portal key, which um, I think they're hoping to get that around the 12 to 15 minute mark. And that's going to be Legion's time to start really grouping up and fighting. Now, Hellborn, they they're going to be more so waiting on some timings of some items. Um, they do have the global presence of the Moira Forge with heroes like Rally and Gunblade, which are very good at picking off people by themselves, the little extra damage. So I think we're going to see more single target focused ganking coming out from Hellborn in the early game until they get some core items up on the Berserker, the Rally, and the Gunblade. So I do like the early game centered lineup of Legion around the Dark Lady a lot. We'll see how good a farm both the carries do get going up against dual lanes. So right now they actually decide to send the Kinesis top, so they are going to be looking to get him I believe the Magnus Lava Surge, as he has leveled up the Thought Steel. So Legion has vision here. So both sides have defensive vision. Um, we'll see if they do pick up on the rally being solo initially. Because they do have kill potential with the chain spike to lock down either the engineer or the Magmus. I think their target of choosing will be the Magmus, because the engineer can keg himself backwards. But we'll see if anything happens here. They do have some good lockdown once they take over the lava surge between these three heroes. So they're not seeing anyone bottom. See what Big Ego Crew does. Engineer's playing very far back. Magnus is waiting, so they know that Rally. They don't see a sync on him. They have the idea here. This is good heads up play from Big Ego Crew, recognizing that the second support, which is the Kinesis in this case, is not showing himself. So they are gonna put a good amount of pressure here onto the Rally, as Luna already used a stun. Dark Lady has already been using that Tainted Soul to put in the pressure, but what this is doing is it's not allowing the Magnus and the Engineer to walk up to the creep waves. They're gonna put some pressure here out onto the Moira, and then they are just going to fall back. Engineer, he's gonna eat a Lava Surge stun from Kinesis, and Rally, I believe he's now got lane control, so he took some harassment. He's almost level 2, but now he will get the lane position where he wants it. They do a nice job of blocking this pull camp. And they're actually, this is a little strange here. They're going to pull the Legion's wave into the jungle. That is not what they wanted to do, because now it's going to give the Magnus and the Engineer the XP that they were trying to avoid them getting initially. And now they're going to have to drag it in front of the tower. That was not what they wanted to do, giving XP over to this lane. So Rally, hopefully he ends up buying the power supply against the Dark Lady. She should have it pretty soon. 2-minute rune here. Gunblade sending out his bottle. So if we look at the creep score in mid, it's 10-2 against 11-3. As Gunblade did leave the lane here a little bit, which gives a couple of creep kill advantage to the Gladiator. But he's got the lane pushing now, and he actually just chose to use the invis and bottle up. Actually, I don't even know if he bottled it. Maybe he just took it and decided it was taking too long. Gladiator putting a lot of pressure here. He uses a showdown pitfall combination. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we see a chain spike coming out onto Engineer. Is this going to be enough damage for the kill? A nice keg stun, going to knock him backwards. And I think that's going to buy himself the distance, as Kinesis did rotate into the bottom lane now. So they got a little bit of XP on the rally. Now Kinesis deciding to come in here, and they will do a 2-on-2 just a little bit late. So this gave a lot of space to the Dark Lady. She, I would imagine, has close to perfect creep farm. She's sitting on 23 last hits, which is 6 higher than the Berserker currently. Oh, a nice sidestep from Moira on the Engineer keg. Berserker, he's trying to put some turn pressure there. So Dark Lady, she picks up the Toxin Claws and the Marchers, the power supply. Gonna put some heavy pressure out onto the rally. Fight for the 4-minute rune. Gunblade is very low, so Gladiator, with that level 3 whip now, he is putting a lot of pressure onto Gunblade. Meanwhile, we just see a rotation from Luna with that haste rune. Are they going to be able to get the kill here onto Gunblade? That shield is up. And while this is going on, we had Moira and Engineer fighting over at the rune. Trying to think if he could have bought out anything. He was sitting on like 250 gold. Guess he chose to not spend his money. I think that was a bit of a mistake. He could have maybe bought the power supply recipe or something. I think he lost gold there on death to the neutrals. Magnus gonna go in with a Lava Surge into the Kegstun, into the mine. That's gonna be the Bloodlust kill onto Moira. Berserker not able to get a return kill. The Magnus just a little bit too tanky. So that will be the Bloodlust. And that kill goes to Engineer, so that boosts him up a little bit. It's gonna push him towards his Marchers. How do you give someone beans? You can't. There's a reason it's disabled. Magma's gonna get a nice two-man defensive line stun as they initiated on the Engineer here. Kegstun will connect. I think that mine actually got blown up a little too early. I think that missed. But either way, they put out some pressure. Bot lane. So Dark Lady, she's getting close to her Ghost Marchers, and that's when she's going to start to become really threatening to this rally down here in the bot lane. But he's got the Marchers in level 5, so he's actually farming 288 gold per minute. He's got 30 last hits. That is really well done by him, because this was actually a 2 versus 1 for the majority of the lane. He takes an invisibility rune here. See if Legion might have an idea this is happening. Meanwhile, Magnus dies in the top lane, and Rally, he almost dies in the bottom lane. Gets the Compel Stun out just in time. Engineer is going to fall as well. So, looks like they started on the Magnus, and just too much damage. You can't get the Lava Surge off, so Berserker with that level 3 Chain Spike now. Lots of damage and restrain and immobilize against the Magnus. Really, really solid pick. So Kinesis, he's in Vis for another 1 second. It's gonna wear off here. He still has the Lava Surge, so we'll see if he is interested in trying to set something up. He does not have boots. They're gonna go in with the Chain Spike. Hexstun is gonna be avoided by Berserker. Engineer will knock himself back a little bit. A single stun from Magnus onto Berserker, but the stun from Kinesis with the Lava Surge is gonna be enough to take down Engineer. Magnus gonna sit in the Steam Bath. He will be fine. In the bot lane, meanwhile, Gunblade TP's in with that grappling shot. They use the Compel to start, and Dark Lady gets caught and goes down. She cannot use her charging strikes due to that immobilize from the grappling shot. So, good gank coming out from Gunblade to stop Dark Lady's great start. She was sitting on 52 creep kills. That's got to be close to perfect creep farm. Only 8 minutes in. Some good rune control coming out from Team Tim. Magnus is gonna get marksman shotted into Chain Spike. Here comes a Kegstun, a nice Kegstun, but will it buy Magnus enough time? He is still marked. It is gonna wear off, so he well, he did waste the Steam Bath. He doesn't have it anymore. He's gonna get marked again, and this is gonna be a dead Magnus. Meanwhile, Gunblade comes in from top lane with a double damage rune. That was just simply the auto attacks finishing off the Engineer. So Team Tim is looking really solid so far. They take a 6-1 hero kill lead. And this top lane is not going well for them. The Engineer Magnus. Engineer Magnus Man Up dual lane is receiving a lot of pressure. Haven't really seen too much involvement yet from Gladiator, which does surprise me. He was off to a good start in the beginning, and he is sitting on 53 last hits compared to the 44 from Gunblade, but we've seen Gunblade making rotations into both the bottom and the top lane so far. Whereas Gladiator, he's more so focused on his creep farm. He's going to go for the plated Greaves here. It's going to bulk him up against this very heavy physical damage lineup of the Hellborn side. Keg stun in the mid lane is going to connect, and the mine is going to be enough. They're gonna get the he will get the solo kill onto Kinesis. That ward might have been spotted out by this ward of sight here placed in the bot lane. See if Mex picks up on that. Failed Rotted Rally here in the mid lane. He also picks up the Plated Greaves. They do have a grappling shot ready to go. Engineer is here as well. This failed rot should be wearing off very soon. Once Rally shows himself, they're going to see him on this ward of sight. Here comes the counter from the Legion side. Ports are coming in. Arcane Vortex on the Magnus in the background and the Aluna. Moira is going to end up falling. Kinesis is going to use a Lava Surge defensively. Here comes a Pitfall Guest. It's going to connect. And the Keg Stun. One more auto attack from Magnus will get the kill. Double tap coming out from Magnus. Grappling shot onto Magnus now. Here comes Berserker in with the Chain Spike. And they're looking for more. Onto the Gladiator. Here comes a Pitfall. Nice two-man Pitfall to follow up that Emerald red stun. Berserker takes heavy pressure, and Dark Lady comes in. She gets credit for the kill. She is now looking for more. Luna is getting the brunt of the focus fire. Double tap coming out for Gunblade, and it's going to be a hat trick as they get the Gladiator. It turns into a 4 for 4 for 3 team fight, but Gunblade picking up a hat trick. And Dark Lady does stay alive throughout all of this, so she's still sitting strong at 415 gold per minute, but the game is dead even. It's a 500 gold lead for the Hellborn side, but the experience is near even as we approach the 12-minute mark now. And we have all the level 6s on everyone except for Kinesis, so he's still trying to find his Stasis Smash. Failed draw on the Gunblade as he picks up his Brass Knuckles from that hat trick. They are looking for the Dark Lady. He is going to run right into him here, and there comes out the grappling shot. This will most likely be a dead Dark Lady. The tree throws from Kinesis, the compel onto Gunblade from Rally, and they got exactly what they came for. Dark Lady goes down a second time. Meanwhile, the creeps in the mid lane are going to take out the tower. Call to arms did put out a lot of pressure on the Moira, but Gladiator got what he wanted there with the tower kill. Glyph was used in the on the Legion side. They will prevent some tower damage on both the top and bottom lane. Kinesis is level 6 now. He is going to lift a Luna here, but will he be able to make it out? No, he will not. As they get outnumbered in the bot lane. There's the Astrolabe pickup on the Gladiator. Not doing the most impressive though in terms of GPM. As he doesn't have any kills, only has 3 assists. Whereas the Gunblade has significantly less CS, but he's sitting on higher GPM. Here comes an Arcane Vortex onto the Engineer. Energy Field does wear off. Here comes a 2-man charge, the Harkon stun into the Mana Sunder. And he's going to get pulled back to the showdown. Gunblade is now here though. Gladiator will get the kill on the Moira, but Engineer is going to fall. Berserker is now here. He's going to eat a Call to Arms and a Pitfall. Chain Spike is going to be snapped, and Looks like they're not going to chase the Gladiators. He is too strong. Meanwhile, the bot lane, we see a dive coming out onto Rally. They're going to get the kill. They're going for the kill on the Kinesis. 3 ports are coming in. Gunblade, Berserker, and the Rally. They're going for different targets, though. Magnus is going to escape with 100 life. They will get the kill onto Dark Lady. That was the important one. And now can Magnus make the escape? He dodges the crippling slugs, but doesn't have a lava surge up, and he will go down. So a double tap again coming out for Gunblade. He is now 7-0, and he claims the title at the top of the GPM chart. Not too far behind is both the Dark Lady and the Berserker. So we already have 25 kills 15 minutes in, a very action-packed game so far. But Dark Lady dies yet again. This will be her 3rd death, and she is going to be that much further from her Rune Cleaver. Mid lane, Gladiator going to throw out the Pitfall. It's going to be sidestepped here by Berserker. Mine into Keg. Keg will unfortunately miss, and Berserker will walk away. Gladiator just way too tanky. With the Plated Greaves and the Astrolabe so far. They are having a tough time dealing with the Gladiator. Pitfall to stack the camp. And it will stack the camp. He gets the regen rune as well. Magnus, despite having the 4 deaths, he's almost 300 gold per minute. He is going to be having his portal key in the next 1.5 minutes here, pending any deaths. Engineer, he's level 7. He's got the mines maxed out. They might look to start doing some mine traps. And there's the Cleaver for Dark Lady, so comes at a pretty solid timing. 16 minutes. There actually was a buyback on Rally. I didn't notice that earlier. So they did use the buyback on Rally bot lane to secure that team fight, but I think it was okay. Magnus has his portal key sending out to him right now. So they got some pretty nice timings on their items. Looks like Dark Lady will be going for a Whispering Helm to follow up her Rune Cleaver. She's gonna get that, or actually I think she picked up the Lifesteal piece instead of the Helm of the Victim. Yep. She's gonna work on this double stack, or actually there is a team fight up here. Eruption comes out. Defensive energy field. It's gonna catch the Berserker and now the Kinesis as well. Moira is going to be getting turned on here. The TP is not going to be stopped, so nice port out from Moira, but the damage was done. They get the kill on the Gunblade as well. Luna gets 573 gold from the Savage 6 streak. So, talked about the timings, post 15 minutes of the Cleaver, the portal key, and the tankiness of Gladiator, and it's starting to come into play. Legion recognizes the strength of their item timings, and they are going to take out, I believe, whatever was stacked. If there was any stacks, Dark Lady just going to clean up their jungle before deciding to fall back. We just see a Veiled Rotted Berserker. He picks up the Elder Parasite, so he's valuing the damage output. However, I do feel that with this build, he will want the Shrunken Head to prevent any magic damage bursting him down, because he will now be taking 15% damage from Carnage and 15% from Elder Parasite. So that is a lot of extra damage that he will be taking. Looks like he might first build into an Insanitarius with this Helm of the Victim. And then he might look to build into a Shrunken Head afterwards. We do see a Kongor attempt here by Big Ego Crew. They have a double damage up on their Dark Lady, so that's going to be a big part of why this drops so quickly. And that's going to be a Kongor at the 19-minute mark for the Legion side. Now they are thinking about defending their tower here. Magnus is set up. He does not have an Eruption, And he's waiting for team support. We have Veiled Rot on the Gladiator who picks up a Abyssal Skull. Berserker is leading the front lines here. Pitfall and Berserker will eat a call to arms. He will go down. Moira in the background. She's going to throw out the Arcane Vortex, but she's going to try a port out. I don't think it's going to be successful this time. Oh my god. Magnus misses the stun. I think he even had the portal key up there. That was unfortunate. But they got the tower, but they did lose Berserker, so don't think that was worth it, even for the tower, because they didn't get any kills out of it. And now the Dark Lady with the Cleaver is going to start to really outfarm the Berserker. There's no farming mechanic on the Berserker at all. And Gunblade, he also doesn't farm the quickest. They're gonna get a kill on a rally here. Chain Spike onto a Luna, but Magnus comes in with a Lava Surge. Pitfall is going to be missed, but the Kexland hits, and Berserker is going to fall yet again. This is one of the main issues with Berserker as a hero. Although he is nice in lots of situations, they're going to get the Kinesis here as well. He doesn't have a farming mechanic, so he's kind of forced to fight early game. So Legion is capitalizing very heavily on their item timings. And we do see tablets on both the supports. So the supports are extremely farmed now due to all these towers and the Kongor. They are sitting at 250 and 300 gold per minute. The Luna is even more farmed than the Magnus at this point. So the supports on Hellborn's side, neither of them have a way to farm like the Luna or the Engineer do. So they will be kind of stuck sitting on this low GPM. So they won't have tablets or anything like the Legion side does in the near future, unfortunately. Invis will be picked up here by Engineer. Stark Lady, she picks up the Firebrand. I don't even think Dark Lady will honestly go for a Shrunk in this game. There are stuns that do prevent her from... Well, she doesn't need it immediately. She may go for it later, but she will probably look to go for something like a Frostburn before going for the Shrunken. Luna might be dead here, but meanwhile this is going on. They're going for Berserker. He removes the Lava Surge stun right away with the Carnage, but he takes so much damage from the Elder Parasite and the Carnage both activated at the same time. Engineer is going to fall. It's a double tap for Kinesis. But Dark Lady is now here, and this is where it starts to get scary. Gunblade, I think he's going to end up dying here. Lava Surge, this is going to be a genocide. Rally has a compel, but he's not going to get out. Might be a quad kill. Yep, it's a quad kill for Dark Lady. And that's going to do it. They realized that there is no way to stop this Dark Lady because she got out of her weak point of the game, and despite getting 3 kills on her, they didn't stop her enough. So Big Ego Crew will take that one. And we'll be right back once we start the second match, or second